and welcome, Alina. Good morning.
Hi, Selena. Good morning. How are
How are
you?
you? Jinx, Jinx. We said, how are you at the same time? Good, 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 good,
Yes,
good,
yes,
good,
yes.
good. Oh, I'm so excited and delighted. And thank you so, so, so much for having answered my invitation to coming to Through the Lens of Life, the video
Thank you very
series.
much. Thank
You're
you
so
very much.
welcome. It was such a wait, let me put the commercial pitch. This is the video series presenting you people with different perspectives on lives and those who are willing to share their absolute generosity with us. Like everybody knows it's not that simple these days, but through your pictures, through your perspectives, yours specifically on women bodies,
Yes,
our lives become so much more than just, you wake up, you go to work, you come home, you go to sleep, and that's it.
I
And
know.
thank you so much for having, answered so promptly to my invitation. What a joy, what a joy. I had my moment of going nosing around through your website and through your work because, believe it or
Perfect.
not, people, we don't know each other. We just met.
Yes, yes.
So, Alina, first of all, who are you? And what makes it so special what you see in this world through your camera?
Selena, first of all, thank you very much for having me in this beautiful project of yours. It's an honor for me to be here and to speak about me, my life, my career, my photography journey. My name is Alina Botica, and I'm a photographer, portrait and boudoir photographer in Bucharest, Romania. And through my lens, I see beauty. I see beauty in every woman that sits in front of my camera. And I remember specifically one client asked me, how can I see beauty in everyone? Because in every woman, actually, in every woman, because women are jealous of each other. And
So
I
full
was
of
like,
judgment.
yes, yes. And I was like, I don't know. I just don't see I don't, I see someone entering my studio and I only see beauty. I don't see, I don't, each of us has his own perceived flaws because they are not
Yeah.
flaws. But I have big hands, I have big nose, I have big chin, I don't know. I have one eye smaller than the other, but we all do. So it's natural. There are so few people that have symmetry. There are symmetrical on each side. And simply I don't see uh, ugly. I don't see ugly people. I only see beauty.
Is this something that you trained yourself to see? Or is it something that it was always in you? You were always walking into the world and seeing the beauty.
No, I was not trained into I mean I did not train myself to see this way. I just see this way. Maybe when I was in high school and I was going through the journey of becoming an adult and I was young as I was rebellious and I don't know, I just wanted to prove something. Maybe then I saw the ugly part of the world or the ugly
Or
part of
le-
reality.
let's call it the contrasting side of
Yes,
the
yes.
world. That's it.
I was only wearing gray, dark blue, black, and only baggy clothes. Like I was a rocker then, so I
No,
had
but
to fit in.
there's definitely been an evolution. Look at
Yes,
you shining so brightly on
yes,
this screen. I would like to hug you, but I don't know how. So,
yeah,
but let's do that. So, okay, so boudoir
yes,
photography. Okay,
yes,
so let's start with the technical part, and then we go to to the sexy, sassy part of it.
yes.
So, when did you start taking pictures? Was it something that you told yourself, when I grow up, I'll be a photographer? How did it happen? Tell me how
No.
this came into being.
No, never, never. I was working in a bank. I finished the Academy of Economics. So after finishing my master degree, after taking my master degree, actually in the first year of my master degree, I joined the bank. I got employed in the bank, and then I stayed there for about 6 years, I guess. But in the last couple of weeks before leaving the bank, I was just hating my job. And I
Uh,
knew from the start, from when I was little, I knew that the bank at the desk from 9 to 5, it's not the fit for me. I didn't know what I would do, but definitely not photography. I never thought about it. Photography just came into my life when I was uh, first in a trip in Greece. I love Greece.
well,
And
goddesses, a lot of goddesses over there.
yes, and I came back with about 2,000 pictures, and I just told myself, oh, taking pictures is so nice. Let me do something about it. So I started, I bought a new camera, a professional camera, somewhere in 2010, I think. I did a course, a 3-month course, just to know how to use my camera, to get me in the first steps of photography, um, from I don't know, all the rules in photography, just to learn how to do it professionally.
Wow.
And then I went into weddings because it was easier to get into the market, to get on the market. It was easier to get clients as that was my main income. I did not have another job. I started somewhere in 2011 when I left the bank, and I started with weddings, as I told before. And then somewhere in 2016, after my mom battled cancer, I just knew I had to do what was best for me and what I wanted to do. So I started slowly making my portfolio, working on my portfolio of photographing women in boudoir and portrait. Somewhere in 2017, I changed all my site from weddings to boudoir and portrait. And also, I had my first photo exhibition, and
Wow.
yes, it was a fantastic year for me. It was the greatest year of all.
Up to
Uh,
now. Up to now.
yes,
There's
up to
always
now.
more to come. There's
Yes, yes,
always
of
more to
course.
come.
But that was a milestone for me. So this is why I remember it so vividly, because it was a milestone. And when I decided to change from wedding to portrait and boudoir, to change my business, everything started flowing easily. Opportunities kept on coming, not just in the form of shootings, of photo shoots, but also in participating in conferences where I was a lecturer for other photographers. I was in magazines. I shoot covers, magazine covers. So everything kept flowing and coming. I don't know, it was like
It,
the
it should.
snowball that keeps growing.
Does it have anything to do with the finally walking your path? They
Yes, I think
say they
so.
say that when you reach that moment, when you
Yes,
finally when you finally walk your path, and when you finally, how should they say, own the mastery that you truly be, then
yes,
everything opens up, and then everything. So you're a living example of that.
yes, I think so. I think so because I remember when I was in photography school, my teacher asked me what kind of photography I wanted to do, and I told him I wanted to do portrait and fashion. And somehow, after a few years, I got to combine them and offer this kind of photo shoot to non-model women. I mean, that
Yeah,
I don't
so
work
if
with models, so it's everyday women.
I will. That's something that I would like to talk us
Hmm.
about, because I took the journey on your website, and I
Yeah.
was absolutely mesmerized with the transformation that everyday women, the
Yes,
the the mom that doesn't have the time to take the jeans off, or
yes,
um the grandma that forgot the splendor of life, or how should I say, everyday women are actually transformed
yes.
by your view on life. So what makes you tick? What is it? Because my view on this is, when you go to such a portrait session or boudoir
Hmm.
session, even some people know that my husband is taking naked pictures of me on my terrace while I drink coffee. They're my boudoir
Nice.
pictures, but it's somebody that I who I trust completely.
Hmm. Yes,
It's somebody who knows me for 20 years now, and if the picture doesn't look like I want it to look, I will dismiss it.
yes.
But it takes a level of vulnerability and of candor, if you want,
Hmm.
which most of the women that I know are not willing to connect to. So how do you deal with this? It takes guts to go to a boudoir session,
Yes,
right?
yes, it takes.
Okay,
Yes, it
so
takes a
tell
lot of
us.
courage. It takes a lot of courage. But I think it's just my way of being, and the fact that I have a very intensive communication on email with my clients, so they are perfectly they know what is coming. They know how to get ready. They are they are coming in just for pampering, because I
I
train
love
them.
this.
It's a lot. It's a lot to say train, but I prepare them. I do my best to prepare them and to take everything in consideration, even a, a few things or a lot of things that they might not even think about it. I write in those emails so they are fully prepared, and they are fully um, tranquil
Mm-hmm. That there's at
when the day
peace,
comes.
or
Yes,
yeah, that they are
yes,
fully aware, let's say like this,
yes,
that there is a lot that's going on a photo shoot, and that there
yes.
is nothing to be scared about. What is the biggest
No,
concern of women when they come to you? What do they struggle with mostly? Is it the way the belly sits, or the wrinkles, or what is it? What is their main concern?
each of them has their own. I don't see a trend here. I didn't notice a trend, but they come with a lot of insecurities. Each has its own insecurities, a bigger nose, a bigger foreheads, um, a deviated septum that moves the face in a different direction. I have it too, so I'm used to it. I used to hate it, and because I smile like this in a direction.
Now that you're pointing us to that, we're going
Yes,
to see that. We didn't see anything about that. No,
I
but
know,
it's
I
me.
know. That is exactly what I tell my clients. Nobody walking on the street would even notice your big arms, your big nose, your, I don't
Exactly.
know. Yes, we are not looking at these things. Only us, only you are looking at them, because you are looking at them every single day, instead of looking, I don't know, at their beautiful eyes, at your big heart, at, I don't know, at anything else but your bigger hands.
Yeah,
So,
this is like, okay, so
yes,
oh, this brings me like, so when the camera
yes,
camera
I
has
talk too much, I know.
no, no, it's not that. I was thinking of, camera has this focus, right? It has the lens, it
Yes,
has the focus. You can
hmm,
open, light comes in, goes out,
yes,
technical stuff which I don't master.
yes, yes,
But this I know, that you have to focus on something.
yes.
When you take those pictures, what are you, the being, the Alina, focusing on that comes through the lens?
Well, if we're talking about portraits, my main focus is the eyes, are the eyes. Oh, sorry.
Who cares? It's
Because
grammar.
because we are connecting through the eyes. And the one who is looking at the picture must see something in order to be attracted by that picture, in order to stop and think about it. So when we're talking about portraits, that is my main focus, the eyes, and what are they telling me? What stories they are telling me? Sadness, vulnerability, courage, power, femininity, sensuality, everything, everything. It depends on what I want to accomplish. And we go through a lot of emotions in a photo shoot, so we get everything. But in boudoir, for example, we're not focusing on eyes, but we're focusing on the female body, on the female form, a lot more of sensuality in the posing, in the what we are trying to achieve. So there are more much details,
Mm.
focusing
And
on details and form and
and I
light.
wa- and I wanted to ask, okay, so not every woman sees herself as being sensual or beautiful or sexy.
No,
There are so
no.
many, like images, photoshopped images of famous people who look a certain way.
Hmm.
And believe it or not, since we were little, or even as an adult woman, I go on the street, I look at somebody and say, oh, wow. And it's probably that ideal of a sensuality that I
Yes,
have in my head, which I have decided I will never
I
be that. Uh,
okay.
so when somebody chooses this kind of boudoir photo session,
Hmm.
I would like to ask how, but it's not a how. Is what happens? What makes what makes this insecurity shift towards embracing the sexuality, the sensuality, the sparkle that the human body has and the women body have?
Well, for the for
For
how
yourself.
should I say?
I mean, your sessions. I want
Yes,
from your sessions.
my sessions, for example, how should I say? So they come with a lot of insecurities, as I told before. But through posing, through lighting, through the way I talk to them, to the and we talk about everything. So there is no taboo subject in my studio. We can talk about everything. It's exactly like coming to a shrink, to
With a
therapy.
camera in hand.
Yes, yes. It's a camera there. It's another kind of therapy, but it is a therapy.
I love this. I
And
love this.
they leave my studio with a different energy because throughout the shoot we are taking the female body and we are putting it in a beautiful light. You can see some other stuff that you don't see at home. That I mean,
Absolutely.
when you come into the studio, you come to someone professional that knows how to pose you, that knows what works, that knows what light is best for you. And so I can shift. I mean, I don't know if I can really shift their way of thinking, but it's a small step toward that embracing the embracing of your body. It's a small step in their journey, and
I love
for
this.
me
I mean,
it's
I love
great.
this. It's this small crack
Yes,
that allows light to pour in.
yes,
And
yes.
then those days when you look at yourself and you say, I'm so ugly, I'm so fat, I'm so
Mhm.
like this, and I'm so like that. You have a look at that
Oh,
picture and you know
yes,
that if that
yes,
was possible one day, it's always possible if you're willing
yes.
to look at
I have
yourself through
clients.
the eyes of Alina.
Yes, I have clients that after the photo session, I mean, not right after, but a few days after, they got I don't know, a piece of a cloth, a piece of
Texture, material,
no, they
tissue.
were stockings. There were yes, kind of stockings that fishnet stockings.
Yeah,
She
the
was very
sexy
much
ones.
into fishnet. Yeah, she loved the fishnet stockings, but she was not how should I say? She didn't think she could pull them off, you know, she could wear
Yeah.
them. And after the photo session, she got into a shop and bought the fishnet stockings. So this is what my sessions do to you.
Speaking
Some
about
other,
having,
yeah, sorry.
no, no,
Have,
tell me.
there was another client that came in, she lost 40 kilos, and she was beautiful blonde girl with curly hair, with long legs, and simply beautiful, and with the most positive energy. I could fill my studio. You know, she was simply shining, but she couldn't see herself as a sensual person because she got, you know, when you are tall, you have bigger limbs. So she could not see herself as sensual, as sexual, as beautiful. And when I showed her the picture, she was like, "No, I can't believe I'm that beautiful. But man, I am beautiful. I am." And I was like, "Yes,
Yes,
you are. You are." And some
this
other
is
clients just discover another part of them that they didn't know they had. There was another client that said to me, I was showing her, because throughout the session I show you pictures just to know, for you to have courage to grow a little bit of your self-esteem, because I show you the beautiful pictures I take of you and that
oh,
contribute to the to your attitude. And she was like, my God, I can't believe I'm that sexy. I can't believe this is me. And I was, but this is you. It's you. See, it's you in
wow.
this picture. So
Wow,
believe it.
this is so empowering. This is
Yes,
so
yes, yes,
empowering when I love this. This is the main idea of the show. Let's let's allow people have a
yes.
different perspective on everything,
On them
and
first.
yes, on everything, on themselves. And it takes brave people like you, the photographers, who really want to show this to the world, because we
No,
are
but I love
so,
it.
yeah, and we are so entrained all day long to look at, to hear the news, to look outside. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, right now it's gray and almost raining in Belgium, which is not very, not
Here is
very.
sunny. The first day in a week, it's sunny and I love it.
So, but even if I'm sure that even if it's raining outside, or even if there is a disaster in inverted
Yeah.
commas somewhere,
Uh-huh.
you spilled coffee on your t-shirt, that's a
Yes.
disaster. You can come up with a different perspective on the person that you be, on the beauty that you are in the world,
Yes.
on what you as a human being contribute to the whole world. If you get out of your fixed ideas about this has to be fixed and that has to be fixed. And we have a question from Wana,
Yes.
which actually match made us.
Yes,
How do you say?
us. I
She's the
know.
matchmaker. I went to her and I said, I'm looking for beautiful, gorgeous people who would like to talk to me. And she said, Alina. And then she passed me your details, and I said, okay, I'm going to write the
Hmm.
message. And here is what she says: how do you get to beauty from the idea of fix me that women come to the studio with?
Oh God. How do I'm afraid I didn't get the question, but I think she refers to, we come with flaws and we go with
What
self
I would
empowerment.
I would say, like, some of the moments I know. So I will give you my example.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I always tell the photographers, I say,
Yes.
take my belly off. So this is one thing that I would really like to fix. It's like
Okay.
I have this fixed idea in my head, like,
Mhm.
you cannot show my belly. Hello, this belly has carried 3 children, has been
Oh
through
my God.
operation, has, but for some reason I still dream of having that flat, almost
Mm-hmm.
concave. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
that I
Yes,
have
yes.
the how do you call them, the hip bones coming out.
Yeah,
I will
yeah, I
never
know what
have
you.
that, but this is my fixing point. So the idea
Mm-hmm.
is, how do you take women from fixing? something that they have decided is wrong with their bodies, to literally enjoy what there is.
Hmm. So, first of all, there is a question I always ask. That is, what you hate most of your body?
My belly.
What you don't like about your body? And I take that into consideration because if she tells me my belly, I know to put her in a light that doesn't show her belly as a big belly, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
so I try to, I also try to pose her in a way that it doesn't, that it, that it makes her belly beautiful, you know? That
yeah,
it
that's
puts it in a beautiful light. And at
yeah.
the end, some some get the idea that they are beautiful with that belly. Some don't. But at the end of the day, I'm just one human being. And
You are the one willing to show a different
yes,
perspective. You never know. You never know because we
I
are so.
try to avoid the belly, but also I'm trying to show it to her. So,
That's beautiful. That's like in my world that would say I'm not buying your story about your belly is ugly.
yeah,
I'm just willing to show
exactly.
you a different fairy tale
Perspective.
that you could
Yes,
start with your belly. I
yes,
love this. I love
yeah.
this. I love this. I love this.
Because there
Okay.
are so many detailed pictures that, for example, we could do with the belly, but just a sliver of light and the hand. I don't know. There are many, many pictures that your belly could look beautiful, even if you don't think so. I mean, and not only your belly, but whatever part of your body you don't like.
Yeah, that reminds me of, it's when you change the way you look at things, they
Hmm.
change.
Hmm.
As I
Well,
guess it's, yeah,
yeah,
say it, say
no,
it.
I my on my Facebook page, I don't know if you saw, but I came across a quote some when I was listening to a podcast, and it says, "We don't see things as they are; we see things as we are." From Anais Nin, and
Wow.
that quote gives me chills, and it's about exactly about my business my business vision. Uh,
Mhm.
my
Yeah.
business my business something.
Yeah, is
because
it a business? Okay, so let's talk about this. Is this
because
truly a
I
business
see,
or is it a passion?
no, it is a business. It started from passion, but it is a business because this is my main income, actually my only income, so bills have to be paid, studio rent has to be paid, food
Yeah,
has to
but
be paid.
this is life. But I
Yes.
can I can hardly imagine you being able to do this kind of business if there was no passion there.
Oh no, it's built on passion. It's built
Yay!
on passion.
I
But it
love
is a
that.
business. It's not only a hobby.
What is your, I should say, what is your go-to
Mhm.
thing when you yourself are feeling down? What do you do? What do you choose?
What?
What is it?
Um, Dance?
You dance.
Yeah, I dance.
Wow.
I don't dance, but I listen to some music that brings me up. I
And what
go for
else?
a walk in the park. Sometimes I go for a beer
Do you also
because
go
I'm
for photo?
human.
Do you also go for photo shoots? Because most of the photographers that I know are
No.
very comfortable behind the camera, but not in front of the camera.
Well, I sometimes, not when I'm down. I don't associate my photo shoots with the moment I'm down. But I do photo shoots of myself, so I am the most easiest person to exploit, if I could say, like,
I love
because
this.
because boudoir pictures are not easy to show on the internet. You know, not everybody is comfortable to see their pictures on the internet. But you know, what you preach is if I preach beauty and go, I don't know, in lingerie and do a beautiful sensual photo shoot of yourself, I should do the same, you know, because else, if I don't do it, I sound hypocrite. So
Oh,
I
I
am
love
the
this.
most exploited model in my feed. So it's the easiest way.
I love it. I love it. But
So
you
yeah,
also,
I like to take pictures of myself. I this is how I came to the realization that my body is beautiful, even if I don't have 60 kilograms anymore and I have 90, but
have
my
I
body
ever
is
had
still
that?
beautiful. Yeah, I did. But to be honest, I don't see a difference because, you know,
Wow.
even if I was
Wow.
slimmer than now, I was smaller and now I don't see a difference in my way of being, in the people I have around me, in what I could achieve. I don't see a difference. I really don't. So this is
Wow.
why I'm trying to say through my photo shoots also, beauty and your self-esteem and your self-value does not stand in a number. Kilograms are just number.
I love that.
Your weight is just a number. Your age is just a number. So
Your energy is who you be.
yes,
I love this. Wow, Alina, thank you so, 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 so much for this
thank
conversation.
you.
I
Thank
loved
you.
every bit of it. So, for those who are watching and you're
Yes.
wondering where you can find Alina for a photo shoot, lucky you if you're in Romania. You can
Yes.
find her in Bucharest. Next time, Alina, I'm coming by for the
Yes,
boudoir
do.
session, of course.
Please do.
I will. Watch out. I will. I will add all the links where you can be found, and I'm
Thank you.
inviting everybody to re listen to this interview, especially those women who struggle with a photo shoot. There's
Yes.
always so much beauty in all of us. Thank you, Alina. And how
Thank
did
you.
we get so lucky?
Thank you,
Thank
Selena.
you.
Have a great day. Bye.